Shout out to all the real ones who are not afraid to start again. And I can't say I was initially one of them. Hey guys, it's Sarah again. And as some of you know, my relationship with social media and putting my message out there has been very touch and go. There's sometimes I feel empowered, I feel strong, I feel capable to put out a message that is worthy of being heard and seen. I know I have a lot of valuable information to share with the world and share with people, but I'd be lying if I said that there weren't times that I doubt myself. And as I've been sitting and processing how things are unfolding in my life and the direction I want to take my current idea and how I want it to unfold in the next 3 months, 6 months, year, 5 years, 10 years, I'm really taking a slow approach to how I move and trying to look at where my limiting beliefs are and where the fear is around taking certain actions that I know would be beneficial. Um, so, really, the purpose of today is to look at some of my journal entries and really kind of have a video journal about where I stand on my business, where I stand on the offerings I have for people, because I think ultimately, as you will come to hear in what I have to share, the business is secondary. I think what I have to say and offer to the world is really the primary goal, as corny and cheesy as that might sound, but that is truly what I hope to do and long to do, and I feel like that is what will bring me the most fulfilling feeling of everything. So, without further ado, um, let's begin. So, I was doing some reflection, and some of the questions I asked myself is, okay, like, I know I have something to say, but what do I have to say to people? And why me? And why now? So these are three really important questions that I've had to like mull over in my head for the past little while, because those I feel like are the ones that are most fear inducing, or um, the ones that I feel like I needed to answer for myself to be able to really provide people with the care and the love that they require if they're coming to me, or are even viewing, not even coming to me, even just viewing. I'm really taking the approach of what I have to say is not for everybody. It might not be for you, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with this message not being for you. I just hope that whoever it's for, it'll resonate with, and you'll take the information and change it into your, create a template for you that will be helpful and useful. And that's my ultimate goal. Okay, so the reason I had to ask myself specifically, what am I here to say, is because I've changed my name on this platform. I've changed my message, my mission, like 3 or 4 times. And with each change comes an added layer of insecurity, an added layer of fear, because I just think, oh gosh, like, what are people going to think? You've changed again. But what I'm coming to realize is that I'm constantly in evolution. I'm constantly growing. And from each thing I might have deemed as a failure was just an opportunity for me to learn, grab some tools, do some more research, and move forward. And with each step, I've learned things that I've taken into this new step. So I think in that process, I've learned a lot of self-compassion. And I know I'm kind of going on a tangent now, but what I'm here to say is that, like, it's all part of the journey, right? And I think that's part of this reflection. So for the first question, what am I here to say? So this is something I struggled with because I am a nurse, and for some of you who don't know, I'm a nurse, and I'm a coach. I'm a teacher of somatics, and not just, people often think somatics is just body-based practices, but somatics, embodied knowledge, is really, it goes from the body practices all the way to social change. As you move through society, we have these thoughts, these values, these beliefs, and when we have to look at the whole picture. And to not dive too deep into it, I think embodied knowledge, understanding your nervous system and how you respond in situations and learning those patterns is so key to your growth and development. So all these tools I'm learning, like I'm a nurse, I've learned about somatic embodiment, and I've worked in the clinical space, I've worked in the clinic, I've worked in the community. And so when I started to think, like, what am I here to say to nurses? What am I here to say to people? My mind kind of went all over the place, but ultimately, I am someone who loves people, and I feel like at this point in my journey, I'm here to create spaces for nurses to feel seen and heard. I want to create community. I work with a lot of nurses who are very stressed, very burnt out, and oftentimes we vent to each other, but we're venting from a place of pain, a place of lack, and place of fear. And I want to change the narrative. I want to create a space where nurses can come together and breathe life and excitement and joy into each other. Nurses who want to use that self-development that they're currently working on and add somatic work, add knowledge about their nutrition, add affirmations, breath work, sound healing, all these different modalities that are kind of in the health and wellness space, but add it to their personal practice in themselves so that they can grow. And growth, I feel oftentimes is so supported when you're working in communities. So what am I here to say? I have to write it down, guys. I'm really sorry, but I'm here to create a space for nurses who really care about holistic health, self-development, and like want to improve their personal lifestyle and their professional life, and they want to add all those things together. Really, I'm here to create a space for those nurses to come together in community to share and grow with each other. I want nurses to get curious about themselves. I want nurses and caregivers to really start thinking about why they were never taught to care for themselves. Like, ask yourself that question, and I'm gonna have a whole new like discussion about that. But why were we never taught to care for ourselves? Like, we go into this profession with a bright outlook. We want to do good in the world. We want to help people. We want to love on people, care for people. But why isn't part of our curriculum to care for ourselves and learn what care for ourselves looks like? So my second question in that, it would be like, what does self-care for you as a nurse or a caregiver actually look like? And does your definition of self-care include looking at your beliefs, your values, your body, your self-awareness, your boundaries, your nervous system? Does it include learning about your intuition? Does self-care include all of these things? And if not, or if only includes some of them, why? Like, what environmental reasons, what cultural reasons has caused your self-care definition to be within a certain scope? There's no right or wrong, but I'm just inviting people to get curious and ask themselves these questions, you know what I mean? And I really am hoping to create a space for nurses to inquire about themselves and inquire about their uniqueness and understand, like, okay, this is what I feel, this is what I want to do in life. Is it possible? If it is possible, how can I go about this? And how can I use my unique talents and gifts to bring a service to the world or make money? Whatever you choose to do, but my ultimate goal is to create space for nurses to learn to care for themselves and find a definition of what care for themselves is, you know, and supplement certain areas that they might be lacking. And why me? That's something I've really struggled with. Why should I be the one to do this? Because there's so many people out there. And like I said, I am a nurse, and I've gone through this journey. The fact that I'm here talking to you means that I've been through this journey, and I've learned so many tools, and I've learned it's not a one track fit all. So because I've been through it, I can empathize with you, and I'm hoping to not give you an answer, but give you tools to cultivate an answer for yourself. And really, guys, the last question is why now? Because times are shifting, people are changing, the environment is changing, and as we nurses are burning out, it's so important that we find a way to do things differently. Care for your energy first. All right, guys, love you. Lots of love, and hope to see you soon.